Parliament of Owls is an all-evil campaign that may touch on sensitive topics. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome, everyone, and good evening. I hope your week is wonderful. I'm glad you're here with us on a Friday, starting your phenomenal weekend. I just said phenomenal because last night I went drinking and I knew this, but my wife has a very, very horrible problem with me saying the word phenomenal. Apparently, I say it all the fucking time. And so she got really annoyed that I kept saying it, even though I don't recognize me saying it. And so everyone at our table just kept saying phenomenal. Honestly, and not
that story is phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. It's phenomenal. and the worst part about it is like no one was like saying like phenomenal and like looking at her. It just bored into their fucking brain that they all just started saying like, oh my God, that's phenomenal. And I would like, and they're like, oh, I didn't mean to, but I said it, huh?
Jake, some would call that a phenomenon. I'm just saying.
It is a phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Exactly.
Phenomena.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to get DCM, man. That's all we can do.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Yeah. You're allowed to go, but no. Then nothing else.
That's it. That's all.
So yes, thank you all so much for joining us back for Parliament of Owls. Before we get into the episode, why don't we go around the table and introduce ourselves for anyone that might be new. My name is Jake. I am the GM of this group. I go by he, him, but I will be playing a plethora of characters. That's right, a plethora. Do you know what a plethora is? Do I have a plethora of pinatas? Sorry, favorite movie. Let's go over to Liv.
Sorry, I was about to tweet that we are live because we are. Hi, I'm Liv. I use she, they pronouns. I will be playing Alma Sue, our witch of the group. She uses she, her pronouns. And I would like to address something publicly. Some have accused me of not reading my spells. And I just want now on the record to say that there is a difference between reading and comprehension. And I read my spells, but I don't understand them, and that's not fair. And I just feel like my character, my integrity as a player has been attacked. And I need support in this time. Thank you.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Speaking of backstabbing, Valkyrie.
Hi. I'm the person that got called out not subtly. Hello, I am Valkyrie.
Allegedly. My client, sorry,
I'm going to sue.
Technically, didn't you call Liv out first, unsubtly, on the internet?
I tagged Liv.
My client never said that anybody did not name names, did not make any allegations. We were investigating. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm just saying this is an international case. I'm just saying. Okay, anyway. Hi, I'm Valkyrie. I'm Valkyrie Star XO on everything. I play Mara, the resident tiefling rogue, because that's typical bisexual bullshit. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm excited to get back into it. I've completely forgotten how to play this game again. I was getting into it and now I'm gonna relearn.
It's an easy game. It's not crunchy. Let's go over to Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat or Cat Scratch. Pronouns are she, her, or they, them. And I don't have too much to share today. I play Lenny, and I'm worried about her for so many reasons. But you can find out today, probably why. We'll see. We'll see how her story goes. Does she even know her story?
And the least problematic of the group, Drac. It's called irony because Imra is literally the fucking worst one of all of you.
That's really funny, Jake. Good job.
Explaining the joke made it so much funnier, Jake. That's phenomenal. Hi, I'm Draconics, or Drac for short. I use he, they pronouns as well as Imra Adaleth, the problem child. He also uses he, they pronouns. He's a sorcerer vampire, better than the rest. I don't know, the legend, the myth. I don't know. I can't think of any other synonyms that fits him. But yeah, he.
Menace.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word for it.
Don't worry, we know.
You forgot severe mummy issues.
Yeah, actually, honestly, yeah.
Severe.
There's no way I can talk
Um,
around that one. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
anyone has a really.
When your mom lives inside your head, you might have mommy issues.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I read my smells anyway.
The question was never if my client
sorry,
reads
sorry,
her
sorry,
spells
sorry.
or not.
I read my
No, that's
spells
Liv
and
speaking. Where's the
understand
hat?
them. Sorry.
There's a lot of words there. Like,
Me,
I'll get it eventually.
me and Kat are just like, yeah, words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand the math of it all, so that's all I really need.
Just stab shit. It's
Yeah. This
well,
is a blade.
Well, and with that, there's a couple of announcements that I would like to make. One, there is just 2 more days on our Die Hard Dice giveaway over on our Twitter account. If you are following us and you retweet that post, you are entering yourself in a chance to win a metal set of Die Hard Dice. They are phenomenal. Not only that, if you want to buy your own set of Die Hard Dice, if you type !die in chat, there'll be a link, and some of the proceeds for that, when that comes through, is actually going to help this cast, and the money will be going to this cast to help supplement with their time in which they're spending here with us. Also, if you notice right next to me, which is over here, right above Liv, you'll notice that there's a blue bar. And as you donate, it will get redder and redder. And at each tier, there'll be a different reward. First level is a deadly D10, where they can add a D10 to any roll. It's a community kind of dice that they can do. If we hit the second goal, they will get a mysterious item in which that will be benefit to them. And at the third tier, we will do a live dice giveaway. So make sure to donate if you can. Another way that you can support this group isn't just through Die Hard Dice purchases or direct donation, but if you use our link in for 1985 games, not 1987. That's definitely the year I was
That's
born.
very funny to me because
now please give us your social security number.
Or your credit card number, front, back, and expiration.
Oh, okay.
Or your,
the mother's maiden name as
know,
well.
your favorite
Yeah.
color, your favorite sport, and yeah,
The street you
anything like
grew
that.
up
What
on
street
as
you
well.
grew up on?
Yeah.
Yeah, what street you grew up, yeah. And what
IP
your high
address
school
as
mascot
well, please.
was.
If you click on that link for the 1985 games and find something over there and purchase it, it will also help support the channel. We'll be doing a giveaway for a 1985 game product next month. We're kind of going back and forth between Die Hard Dice and 1985 games. We will be doing a giveaway every single month this year. So make sure to be following us on Twitter so you can be a part of that and have an opportunity to win some cool stuff. That being said, I think that's it. Let's go into the intro. I definitely wasn't spending that time bitching about things that I've been doing the last freaking couple days. Before never. No, I don't do those behind closed doors. Before we get to our party, we're going to take a little adventure on the snowy hilltops of the mountain in which our group is at the basin at. In there, we see a small wooden, what looks to be not a cabin, but a slightly larger, almost like a church. And from that wooden building soft red glow comes from it. We move ourselves into that as we hear the chanting and the songs and the hymns being sung from it. And there at the front of the pulpit is a man dressed in beautiful garb, a gray, scraggly beard, a bald head, and large antlers protruding out of his skull as he stands above everyone out. A few of those congregants out in the audience also antlers sticking out of their heads. And he goes, "My brothers and sisters, the time has come upon us. It is now where we will take the light of this fire and we will spread it across all of this sinful land. It is our time. It is our time to cleanse these heathens, these terrible, horrible creatures that have been just desiccating our beautiful and glorious land." And from the audience, you hear shouts and whoos and hurrahs, and just everyone with excitement as you can feel the tension building. And upon their graves, we will dance upon it at the night. We will take upon all that is theirs, all that is these disgusting, heathenistic, horrific, fey creatures. And that is when darkness fills. As our group sits at the campsite, Imra just had spoken with Asahar. As he had left, he had snapped his fingers, and zombies started shuffling around and moving away from Imra. Imra moves back into the cabin, and that is where we're going to return. It's the start of the next morning. You all are awaking to a brand new morning after not being murdered by gluttonous undead oracles.
Morning.
Morning.
Ayo.
Seeing as how Alma was the one to take the last watch because she had to wake up the earliest, and you know, that happened to her last time we played. She does not say anything to anybody. And in fact, like, I do think Alma takes like a very good care of herself, right? Like the hair's always like good made and like nice, and the clothes are always like together. And I think you just like see her like in the interim between what we saw last time and this moment, I think she has had a full panic attack. I think she has had a full freak out. Like, I think her hair is just mangled because she's been like pulling at it. Her clothes are messy because she was just like kneeling on her knees in the dirt, like just freaking the fuck out over what happened. It was a mix of like just heartbreak and also utter rage. And now she is in like the aftermath. So you just see this dirty little witch sitting at your campsite, just like staring off into space, like void expression. She doesn't say anything to anybody.
Lenny
Imra-
kind of like sits up and kind of just like nudges over to Mara. She looks rough, right? Like rough.
You're right.
Imra goes up.
No, Mara's gonna push up and go like
Oh, okay.
beeline. And just like, are you standing? Are you sitting? Where are you? Are you curled up in a ball in the fetal position?
No, not that bad. I'm just sitting there. I'm just
Okay.
sitting there.
So Mara's gonna go over and just like squat down like I'm wearing a tracksuit, and just look you dead in the eyes and be like, You okay?
No.
Anything you want to tell me?
Well, now that I've made that deal that we made, I have been abandoned. I have been kicked out of my coven. So
I see. Mara is not particularly one for shows of affection. However, she does understand family abandonment.
Oh my god, whoa, why?
Just a little. So she's gonna like grab you by like under your like arms and pull you back up with her and start like dusting you off and cleaning up your hair and just
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just
no.
gonna No, I mean honestly, I should just get into my hag era. Like fuck this shit. Just fuck it.
I think maybe you should hold off on that for at least like another, 40, 50, 100 years. Family is disappointing sometimes. But you said before that we are also your family. Just because they were your family doesn't mean you don't still have one. Sometimes found family is the best.
Look, I get that we're all kind of fucked up, selfish people.
Kind of.
But I just wish that they understood that I was doing what I was doing for not just me, but for them too, you know?
I'm sure that deep down they do. But some people cannot shake who they are. Just keep going and doing what you think is right. It's all you can do. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live with your decisions.
Yeah.
And unlike some of us, and she goes and like fixes the last like stray bit of hair, you actually have a choice in what you do. So don't take that for granted.
Okay.
And then she like just slaps your cheeks a little and walks away and goes, okay, we need to start doing shit, right? We got shit to do. Too much emotion. No, thank you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Me too, Liv.
Alma, you kind of look like a mess. No offense.
Yeah, well, why don't you reflect inward before you start judging people on how much of a mess they are?
Oh, that's more like it.
Honestly, seems like you're assuming I don't think I'm any more of one. Takes one to know one, that kind of thing. But yes, we should probably get going. We're actually going to be getting an escort, so might have to wait a bit for them to arrive.
An escort?
Yeah, to show us the way through the mountains.
Oh, that kind. Right.
Yes, no, not that kind. That's not going to be...
Mars from hell! What do you want? Look, sex work is work, and if you don't believe that, you got an issue.
I mean...
I was definitely more excited a moment ago. Not as excited now.
You know what? No,
honest,
I'm on the same page as Emra. I'm not particularly in the mood. So an escort to get us physically somewhere is, I think, where, in terms of location, is more of what I'm looking for. So thank you.
I mean, some people find it stress relieving, but okay. Anybody else have any fucked up shit in the night, or are we good to go now?
Fucked up shit? No.
Shit?
No, I think everything we do is kind of fucked up shit, but nothing out of the usual. No.
Why does Mara feel like she's the one that's most well-adjusted right now?
Because you are.
Yeah, she's looking at you going, when did this dynamic change this quickly?
And
All right.
moments later, you hear on the door.
Well, the door's open.
They open the door and go, hello, I'm here to assist all of you on your furthering your adventure up the hill.
You're an escort.
Yes, a guide.
Oh, that's a better
Mhm.
word for it.
Yes. Good
Mm.
clarification.
They're going to escort us to a place. It's I
So
cannot
sorry.
wait for this
Just-
to be over. And Imra
I,
just
like-
walks out.
I walk next to Emma. I'm like, she's from hell. What do you expect?
Didn't realize people from hell were all imbeciles.
That's not what I'm implying.
We're
Now
just-
you're
That's what I'm
rude.
implying.
We're just kinky. Like, what do you want from us?
Imra walks out.
By the way,
Lenny's-
Mara heard that and literally said that to you.
Yeah, that's why Imra just walks out.
Okay, beautiful.
Lenny's just staring at the guide and just like looking them up and down. The outfit would have been a dead giveaway. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that.
I think we should head out whenever you're ready. I'll just be out here until you are. And he just turns away and walks out.
Alma, like, if there's like a mirror or something, Alma just uses a little bit of magic, fixes herself up. Ba bing ba boom boom boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are all of you going to walk outside?
Yeah.
You all walk outside, and this is it kind of looks like a young boy. Not like 9 or 10, but like maybe like 17 at the oldest, yes.
Above table, isn't this supposed to be his blood bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Whoa!
particularly comfortable drinking our
Can
kid
we-
of
Well,
milk
you know
now.
what?
Okay,
You know what? We can
please?
work through that. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point.
Okay.
Maybe that's the
Yeah.
point.
I mean,
Look.
I will.
Look, age does not matter when it comes to feeding off of them. It's fucking terrible no matter who you're eating. Like,
Yeah.
There's just the connotation of the sensations, which is what we're gonna work
Yeah.
through.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to today's session of therapy with Parliament Vals.
If you are into any of this, you should see a doctor. Anyways,
Welcome to
uh,
today's You Need Therapy session.
and he stands out there, and he is got like a walking stick and a small bag on his backpack on his back, and he's ready to go as he sees all of you walk outside and goes, all right, let's head off. By the way, my name is Michael, and I'm going to show you up the mountain. We're gonna, I believe the goal is to hit the hag that's up there. I believe that's your point. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great.
it is.
I know a really great shortcut. We should be able to get there before nightfall tonight.
Perfect.
Wonderful. Great. Then if there's nothing else keeping us here, let's let our feet be light and head up the mountain.
You're awfully chipper.
Mara's
would-
just gonna go up to him and like grab him by the cheeks like this, like with her really long nails, and just be like, "You are adorable."
Thank you. My
So-
mom said I was too before she passed away.
Oh,
Oh.
Congratulations.
Lenny goes up, sees that Mara did that slap on the cheeks,
God!
and just kind of smacks a little bit too hard and holds his face. No one gives a fuck about your mom. Do your job.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. And he just starts walking, like, and you could see he just whoop, whoop.
I think we're
Imra like turns to Lenny and goes, "Thank you." I was thought it was going to be quite
Yeah,
annoying, but I think
mom
he solved that.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy for
Over
this.
it.
Alma's just gonna start walking in silence.
That was beautiful.
You all start heading up the hill, and as you start to adventure up, it's a lush, green, beautiful area. As soon as you step out of the mud and muck that is this kind of like built like temple that's being built in construction and these houses that are being built up. As soon as you exit out of it, you can see that the forest and the mountain itself is lush and beautiful. It doesn't take long before at least Mara, the first of you, to catch it's getting very cold. And as you look up, you can start to see that the mountain itself are snow peaked, and that the snow is slowly moving its way down the mountain. And he looks back and he goes, it looks like we're in for a little bit of weather, but we can still make it there if we huff it. So just if any of you have any issues with snow or cold or anything, if you need any, maybe snowshoes or anything, please let me know.
Do you have snowshoes on you?
No, but I can
All of
make them.
us?
No, but I can make them. It's not that difficult. It'll just take me a few minutes and some tree bark.
You're handy.
Thank you.
I wouldn't say no. I think you're muted, by the way, Valk. I wouldn't say no to some.
Can we keep him?
I'm
I'm bad at crafting.
I think this is the most helpful person that we've had in the group for a while.
I feel like I was pretty helpful.
Can you
No,
make
yes, you were,
snowshoes?
Lenny.
No, it wasn't a task.
Lenny, up until now, you were the most helpful person in the group.
Okay.
How
But you can make snowshoes.
Teach him to make you snowshoes, and then you're number one again.
Then we don't need them.
fuck's sake.
We learn all of his skills, and then we'll see what happens.
Jake, how
Yes.
tall is this kid?
He's like 13, right?
He's 17.
17.
Oh, I
He's like
missed
5, right?
that number.
He's like 3, right? Just born, right?
So
He's
the
like a fetus,
comprehension,
kind
right?
of.
Comprehension.
He's actually 17
I love you.
months.
I
He's
love you.
17 months. So
Yeah.
We're just parting a baby with us and talks.
I'm calling my lawyers. I'm getting out of the show.
I don't know if you can. You're good at reading, but I don't know if you're better to comprehend the number you're about to call.
I'm leaving.
Liv, I love you. I'm so sorry I started this. You know I love you.
so he's 17 to answer the question that you originally had. I don't remember
how
oh,
tall.
he's probably like 5'10", 5'11".
So that smack was upward.
Small. Okay. So Mara, who right now is not looking very happy, and like her tail is very curled around her leg, like looks at me and is like, small one, have you got anything like a coat?
Oh, 1 second. And he takes his bag off and he opens it up and the bag looks empty. And he reaches in and he gets like almost his shoulder in and he pulls out a fur coat.
What the fuck?
Interesting.
Here you go.
Do you have another?
Thank you.
I don't have one as heavy as that. Would a lighter one work?
Yeah.
Okay. And reaches his other arm in.
What Mary Poppins bullshit is this?
There you go.
Everyone's not phased. So like, okay.
Thanks.
Cool.
Did you make that? How do you do that?
Do you sew?
I sew, I craft, I made both of those coats actually. Most of the stuff I make myself, my outfit included. So yeah.
You just teach yourself that? You just do this?
I feel like if I proceed to tell you why and how I did this, I would just get yelled at about talking about my mom. So
Stop. You did it. You said the word.
I was unaware the word itself was a problem.
You gotta let go. You
Yep.
gotta let it go. Stop living in the past.
I'm ready to continue on if you all are.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Mara's
Yeah.
much warmer and she pets him on the head. and is like,
Slides
Thank
the
you.
jacket on.
Yeah, like I'm like, can I get one? Okay, thank
Can I
you."
get
And
it?
then-
Can I get a mental image of what this fur coat is like, Jake? Can I immerse me?
It's so it's a two-tone bear fur. So around
Fuck
around
yeah.
the collar is a lighter brown fur that is actually like, it's not like a short fur, it's like a long fur around the top, around the neck. It is not a hood, but it has that, and then the arms themselves are dark brown, that is also like maybe like a few inches long, a fur, and it is like leather on the inside that is a flexible leather, and it's very toasty.
Fuck yeah. Okay, Mara's much happier now.
Love it.
You proceed to continue up, and as you move up, the snow is now got to a point where it's continuous. Before, it was a flake here or there, wasn't even sticking to the ground. And as you move further and further up the mountain, not only is it getting colder, but now you're now starting to walk through small bits of snow, and your footprints are the only footprints in the snow. You are alone, desolate, in this cold mountain. I'm going to need all of you to roll me a survival check.
Shit.
Do the people wearing jackets get a bonus?
It is not about the cold. It is not about
Oh.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you for trying.
I'm surprised you took that question seriously. I appreciate that. Okay.
of course.
Survival. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's what we're rocking with.
It's just what I rolled plus my survival, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, Liv, do not forget to roll your d20 for the day and your
Thank you.
all of your cool little like psychic stuff. Lenny, what do you got?
Well, I got a nat 1 bestie with a +7.
Oh, we're not getting through this mountain.
Nah.
No.
Imra.
Now that's funny.
I would have nat 20.
Now that's funnier.
I have a +0, so
Balance,
just
babes.
20.
Oh my god.
And what did you get, Mara?
So I rolled a 9 and it's +3, so I don't need a calculator for this one. That's 12.
Alma, what about you?
I got a 15. And once again, I'm getting mid portent rolls. Mid.
You know your rolls would vastly improved if you got a set of Die Hard dice.
Or
That's what I got.
That's what he has. That's what Drac has.
I'm telling you, they're weighted.
They got the good stuff.
Yeah. I literally think Drac just engineered his own dice and they're lying to us.
Drac loaded their
It's
dice.
got like a magnet on one side.
Yeah. Is your rolling tray metal too? Huh?
No, actually. There's also a Die Hard dice rolling tray, so if you want to get that.
Oh, all right. He got that Die Hard dice money.
Yeah, mine is
Yeah.
too.
Imra, you and Michael at the exact same moment stop as you hear snap of a single twig on the ground.
Lenny rolled a nat 1, right? I'm gonna grab Lenny by the scruff of their neck and pull them back. Let's go. Did you hear that?
The fuck? No, what?
Listen, we're not alone here.
She steps in the snow and makes like a crunchy snow. All right, it's just snow. It crunches.
You know what? Yes, fine. I'm gonna push Lenny forward. Just go.
And Michael goes, shh, stop. And all of a sudden, across the trail, a deer hops out, stands at the end of the trail. Not at the end, but in the direction you're at. And Michael sighs. It's just a... And an arrow shoots him right in the chest.
Not
And
our
he-
baby boy.
And he falls. And he looks over. He goes, push it through.
Lenny
I
grabs-
know I'm doing this because I don't trust Lenny. I'm gonna do that because I love our precious baby boy. Do I need to roll? Please tell me I don't need to roll.
Please roll me a medicine roll.
Oh no, the last time I did this, I hurt Ori. Okay.
Wait,
I'm good at
wait.
medicine, but I want
Oh, wait,
this
no.
guy to die.
This is your blood bag.
I'm not eating from this thing. It's not even. No.
Imra might have a conscience afterwards. So you start to push through, and you can hear him scream in pain. Oh, yeah, it's hit a lung.
Oh.
And you can, as he breathes, you can hear as he inhales air, he exhales, and you can hear air go through the hole of where the arrow is in the bubble. And each time he breathes in, you can see his blood get sucked into his lung.
Oh, that's a bad way to die.
Oh, that's
Yeah, no,
unfortunate.
he's DOA.
He's fucked.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm like I nudge Mara away, and I
Let
take
him
the
die
bag.
fast.
I take the bag off of him. Oh, it'd be awful if this goes to waste. And I
You
put
are
it around
such a
mine.
cunt. Oh, I'm not gonna say that word.
So would you like me to? Would you like to just write this out, or would you like me to end it?
He like grabs at it, he goes, and he can't even speak.
Okay.
I'm
You can write it out.
Mara's gonna first of all slap Imra over the face because she wants that fucking back. I went to
Slap
it first,
Imra.
you asshole!
I mean, first come, first serve. Mara.
I was right
You know,
there!
You
tried
know,
to
well,
save
these-
Why
him.
do you think I pushed it through?
Well, these idiots are sitting here and arguing and fighting. I mean, this kid's just a normal ass person, right? I'm gonna use one of my spells to just take him out. This poor fucking child, this poor piece of shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna use chill touch and just take this kid out.
As you cast chill touch, you can see his lips turn blue, and he stops breathing altogether, and just the life just exits his eyes. Imra, at the back of your neck, you hear the faint sound of your mother again. It's been almost beautifully silent until this moment. What a shame. I bet he would have tasted delicious.
Oh no. A bit too young for my liking.
Aren't they all just too young when you're this age?
Let's not get into the logistics of things.
It's like a delicacy. Have you ever had veal before?
Yes, I have.
Your problem is that you're thinking like their consciousness matters. It's just a pound of flesh.
Let's continue this conversation another time when arrows aren't being fired at us.
I'm still satisfied for the last one, so go on with your little snow adventure.
Yes. Can I do like a perception check to see where the arrow came from?
Sure.
Uh, 23.
You can determine what direction it came from, but when you look in that direction, you don't see anything.
Okay. Did anyone catch any sight of where that came from?
No. I was looking at the snow.
Can Mara like do something with perception to sort of maybe gather where it came from based on the trajectory?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can roll a survival.
Fuck me. Okay. Who's been good today? You've been okay. Oh, you've been good. Good job. Good job, dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 17.
17.
Mhm.
You take a look at the arrow itself, and you can see that the arrow itself is clearly handmade. It seems pretty like it's not like excellently made, right? Like you've seen arrows that have taken very well chipped at like at the end to make it very sharp. This is almost like it's a sharp tip with a dull rock. It's not amazing. Like the fact that it punctured his chest is wild, and it shows how unresilient he was.
Can't tell where it came from, but someone made it themselves, not particularly well. I don't suppose hags makes arrows when they can shoot spells.
No.
Hmm.
Not really one for that.
Well, we should, I suppose, keep going and just keep an eye out.
Mara's gonna grab Lenny because Lenny is a powerhouse and be like, I'm going to keep an eye out. You keep dragging me through the snow.
Lenny,
You
Lenny-
make me fall, I will kill you.
Lenny, the words that you hear coming out of Mara's mouth aren't exactly what she said. In fact, the words that you hear coming out of her mouth are, because you're so worthless, that's why we're here.
The fuck did you say to me?
I said, help
You're
me get through the
worthless.
snow.
She kind of pushes her back.
What the
I
fuck?
wouldn't start that here. You want to look like him?
Wait, what? What are you?
What the fuck are you on about? I asked you to help me through so we can actually see where that arrow came from.
This
If I'm
time
walking around looking up, I can't see shit.
This time you hear it normally.
That's not what you just. Is that
Mara-
what she's been
Mara
saying?
turns
And
to
she
everyone
turns
else.
to the other. Yeah, we're basically questioning everyone else. Is that?
Fucking-
Yeah,
I wasn't
she-
listening.
Neither of you were paying attention to know what.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Fuck. Why are you getting all huffy?
You called me worthless.
Why the
Why-
fuck
you
would I
think-
call
you
you
think
that?
He's worthless. He's on the ground.
I mean, he
he's-
didn't even make armor for himself before going out into the snow. So yes, he's
Worthless.
bless his soul, but yes, he's worthless. But you
I don't know.
you've
You
saved
said
my
that I
ass.
heard those words come out of your mouth.
Those weren't the words that I said. I was asking you to help me get through the snow so I could keep an eye out. She's like really getting up close in your face and it's like, are you okay?
Lenny looks around, like immediately just starts looking through whatever she can see around her.
You see a snow-covered forest. In fact, because of this scuffle and because of the amount of time that you all have been dealing with this, you notice that even your footprints have been covered in snow.
Shit.
You're not quite sure what direction you even came from.
Something weird. Maybe it's the cold.
Well, judging from the direction the body is currently facing, I'm guessing we came from that way, so just keep going this way.
All of you hear out of Imra's mouth, it doesn't matter what any of you have to say. You know that I'm the one that's in charge.
The fuck do you mean?
Yeah. Fucked.
Listen,
not
just
entirely
because
sure.
just because you're some little noble prince boy or whatever, well, not boy, sorry, that's on me. Just because you're some little noble doesn't mean that you get to sit here and automatically be in charge.
I am not entirely. I mean, Sure, fine. Go ahead and
No,
point us in
No,
the
no,
direction.
absolutely not.
absolutely fuck yourself. I'm the one that got everybody these like abilities, the whole reason that anybody is more powerful now. So I just, maybe we're all on the same page. Maybe we're all on the same level and nobody's a leader. So fuck you.
And we're all useful.
I think we're all dealing with our own things right now. I'm not entirely sure where this weird inferiority complex is jumping out of. I'm just
What-
saying, let's go in this direction.
What all of you hear is you're all just so inferior to me.
Oh, Mara's getting up in his face. She's slapping the shit out of him, right?
I mean, he's not going to do anything until someone attacks him. So yeah.
It's not an attack. It's just like a fucking how dare you slap. It's like, you think that you're better than us? Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't touch me ever again.
And at that moment, you hear, hey, y'all, y'all okay over there?
Where is that coming from?
Lenny looks back at the dead body.
Really same. I'm not gonna lie, same. Same thought.
Body is still there.
Can we tell where it's coming from? Do we see anyone?
Yeah. Down the trail, you start to see a bald-headed man with a very red face and small little antlers picking out of the top of his head, and he's got a little stick. And he goes, "Hey, y'all all right over there? You seem like you might be lost or might be in trouble."
What the fuck is up with this mountain and weirdos?
Let's
Imra
just
walks off and just heads over to them. This person. Yes, we're lost. Could you show us the way? We're trying to get past these mountains.
Oh, well, it's pretty snowy up right now. I can take you up to our cabin, and you can stay the night to kind of let this blow through. It's just, from what it tells to us, it's just going to be a real quick storm.
from what
Yeah.
it tells you.
Yeah, can't you look up there? You know what? I'm sorry. I apologize. That is my fault. Me and my brethren up here, we have lived up here for quite some time. And so we can just kind of look up to the sky and be able to see how dark the clouds are and how quickly they're rolling and the wind. You can tell about how long something's going to be coming in. We were just packing up and heading in.
I feel one would love to be in some shelter right now. So
Let's go.
Yeah, get out of this dang cold. I hate the cold. It's the worst because I live up in this mountain and I still hate the cold.
Why are you walking around in it?
Well, I got to make sure that we've got enough food for the evening. And
what are you hunting?
he opens up his jacket, and inside there's like a bag and he opens it up, and inside it you see that there's berries and fruits and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not hunting. I'm more of a gatherer myself.
Okay. Well, I'd love to carry this conversation on, but maybe in warmer conditions.
Absolutely. Come on this way. And he just starts walking.
Yep, Imra follows.
Who is the last person to start walking? Mara, before you start leaving, you turn one last time to look at Michael, and he's not there.
Like covered in snow, not there? Or there was a body and there's a remnants of blood, but he's not there.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Okay. And she walks ahead, just really on edge. She's looking at everything now. Between the weird like fight we just had and that, she's on edge.
So what you find folks doing up here?
I'm too
We're
cold to talk.
You're too. Did you say you were too cold to talk?
Don't mind them. They are better than us, so they don't like to converse. with things or people. I guess if they're better than us, and I guess we're all things to him. We're on the way to go see the hag.
Oh, the hag. Ah, yeah. She's she's up here. We don't really converse very much with her. Territorial issues and whatnot.
Territorial.
Yeah, I mean, we feel that the mountain belongs to all of us, not just, herself, and she, well, thinks this mountain's hers. And so, sometimes, let's just say sometimes she thinks we're digging around in her bramble bush when we're not,
Witches, what can you do?
I've never been too kind to the magical type, but, each to their own. I can't do it, so I just gosh darn can't understand how they deal with it.
How far forward is like everyone else from me? Like who's closest to me right now?
I think it's Lenny.
Lenny's probably dragging her feet.
Yeah.
Okay. To be
This
talking
man is too jolly for her taste.
to be talking to this dude, I'd have to be pretty close up there. Hey, fuck. Okay, and dragging her back would probably get some attention.
From what you can tell, he's just kind of walking forward and looking back whenever he's talking. So he's not like he's just kind of on his way, and you just happen to be on his way, and he's walking with you.
Awesome. So Mara is just going to like speed up as much as she can and grab Alma and slowly pull her back to the back of the group.
Yes.
You can tell when things are magical, right?
Yes.
Kid's body. Not there anymore.
I'm gonna turn and just look back at the just snowy field and probably that's a bit of blood, and I'm going to use my detect magic.
So your detect magic does an aura around you. You can determine whether there is magic. You can choose not to detect your friends or your allies, and from around that, you do not sense magic.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she just kind of shrugs. Nothing.
That's
I know.
fucked. Oh, no.
Well, I mean, I killed that boy, so yeah.
No, we're like, I'm going to start walking us forward again so we can catch up. We'll just be like, there's something fucked about this mountain.
It's home to a hag who believes it's her own, and I'm pretty sure she would treat it as such. So, yeah. Something seriously fucked happening here.
Mara doesn't know how mind games work in the hag sense, so do you guys do weird mind shit at all?
Yeah, that's a good question. Jake, would it be normal for a hag to manipulate her dominion?
So depending on the hag, of course, some are treacherous and some are manipulative. From your understanding, mountain hags, not so much. Mountain hags are very much similar. Like the hag is very similar to the element in which they live in, right? A mountain hag is very stern, is very grounded, is very isn't going to lie to you. They're very much like, look, I'm all
They're
here.
blunt.
Yeah, exactly. And so they're more than likely not there to play mind games.
Our Tauran Earth Queens, yes.
I was like, I'm a hag.
You're a mountain hag specifically.
That's where I would love to be.
Mountain hags are giving very, very earth sign energy. Oh, come on. Anyway.
Back to the game.
No, she wouldn't. A mountain hag honestly, I haven't met many. I come from a coven of mainly dream hags and night hags. So, well, I mean that's what we become. Anyway, or night, yeah. Honestly, no, she probably wouldn't bullshit us. They tend to be very up in front. Like you. I think you would get along.
Thank you. Jake, to not get too metagamey, how suspect would Mara be to keep pushing into this conversation?
Into which conversation?
In
Like-
terms of people hearing things that aren't real.
I mean,
I just
you're
want to
in
know how sus Mara would be compared to how sus I am knowing what I know.
why don't you roll me an occult?
Okay. That dice is going away. Occult 6. 10. Because my dice are shit.
You're suspicious, but you have no idea from what. Like what it would be. If maybe there's something weird in the forest. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's owls that just distort sound. You have zero flipping clue.
Okay. So
Okay.
rather than pinpointing what it is, I'm still sus about the fact that people are hearing not what's being said.
Yeah, you know
Okay,
something.
cool.
You
That's what I want to know.
you know something happened, but you have no idea what happened, and you don't know what's real and what's not.
Got it. Okay, so I
Okay.
won't push that further. Good to know. Thank you.
Follow up. Now that I've been made aware of this body and the fact that there could be weird necromantic shit, weird
fucky-wucky
visual shit, can I do an occult roll?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna use my portent roll, and so I'll get a 21 on the roll.
So you know that in the mountains themselves, there aren't any sort of creatures or natural things that would distort sound, that would
Mhm.
not play any sort of hypnotic things, not in this territory. There
Okay.
are definitely things. There are definitely spells that do
Mhm.
this. One of those spells is paranoia.
And that wouldn't be an illusion-based spell.
It would be an illusion-based spell.
Then I would have been able to pick up on it with my detect magic if that was what was happening. But
Well, that is if it is active at that moment.
Oh.
Because the way it works, when you cast detect magic, it is a 30-foot radius around you. Now,
Yes.
paranoia, that spell that happened or didn't happen,
Mhm.
if you would have cast it while it was in the midst of that happening, you would have detected magic. But
Okay.
because you kind of did a burst at that moment for a few seconds, at that time there was nothing going on.
Okay. Yeah, as I think the way I think I'm going to put this in the world of more on the table, not above the table. I think as we're walking, almost kind of doing that mental math of okay, so it's probably not the hag doing this, and we're not anywhere where there'd be any creatures that would be doing that. Also, everything about the detect magic, and I think she would put a hand on Mara's shoulder and just, now, I don't think there's any magical creatures that would do it, and I don't think the hag would do it. Again, she's very upfront by nature, I'm assuming. People have depth. But one thing that I can think of is if there's some sort of illusion spell that's cast momentarily, and not just illusion like what we see in our eyes, but truly what we perceive with all of our senses. It could be coming in as bursts and flashes, not lingering, right? Being cast on us at one time. And if I don't know to look for something, I can't see it. And I can't do this all the time. So Well, actually, maybe I can. Let me look at that feat later. But anyway,
That's
now
still
that I'm
right.
sitting here,
You can
let's break me.
you can have a spell going on if it is concentrate for 10 minutes before you become exhausted.
Oh, we don't need that in the mountains.
Yeah. I have this as a feat and I need to double check it. Anyway, that's how I have the spell. Anyway, so yeah, so if I had to put my money on anything, it's that someone is doing something.
Now, Mara is a very suspect person, at the least.
Mhm.
So she sort of like goes from your gaze up to Mr. Antlerman and looks back at you and goes, "Just be careful."
And about this time, you start to hear faint music playing. And the man leading you stops and goes, I get, you know what? I realized something. And he turns around and goes, I must, well, gosh, I feel I must warn you. So my brethrens and myself have been up here for quite some time. And they're not used to guests. I mean, I welcome guests because it's nice to be able to talk to someone different. But just don't pay no mind to what they may say about y'all. That's all I gotta say.
Of
All right,
course.
let's go. Let's do this.
Thank you
I
for the heads
hate
up.
when Valkyrie knows and we don't know.
That's just me as a tiefling going, I am the most visibly obviously like weird.
And he before he continues walk, he just looks over and goes, again, if you do need to, I don't know, just get some air, get away, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to, take you from them, or maybe I need to slap one of them across the head or something. But also, there's no lady folk here either. When I say my brethren, I literally mean my brethren. So just 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 know that they ain't gonna harm you or hurt you nothing. But just I feel like it's important to let y'all know before we get there. Give you the opportunity to just keep walking down the trail is really what I'm saying. You can come on in and have a nice belly full of food and a warm bed to sleep in, but maybe you might be a little uncomfortable.
Jake, please tell me we can hear faint banjos in the distance.
You don't hear musical instruments. You in fact hear hymns and clapping along.
No, I wanted the banjos.
Like I said, I'd rather have some shelter even for the night. So I'm.
Oh, they
gonna go
ain't gonna
ahead.
say nothing to you.
Uh-huh.
No offense, but they're gonna probably point at the tiefling here.
I'm used to it.
Hell, anyways, let's go. And he turns around nervously and starts walking closer to the music. It isn't long before you see a shorter, gray-skinned man with a beard, again antlers, and he's wearing almost like robes, like monk robes. And he's got a little tie around his waist and around his neck. He's got a necklace with a key on it. And he goes, "Oh, brother John, what you bring out of that forest? You always bring some sort of critters." Oh well, hello. Well, I happen to find these fine folks here. They seem to be a little bit lost. And so I thought I would help them. Oh well, welcome you, and you, welcome all for you. Welcome. We've got plenty of food. We got a nice prayer going on tonight. It'd be lovely to have some new faces. And at that moment, it's when he sees Mara, and he looks at you and pauses. And he goes, "Well, you got some fine horns on you, don't you?"
Thank you.
And he goes, when I say all are welcome, I mean all are welcome. Come on in. Let's go.
Lead the way.
And the two of them kind of bump into each other, like kind of excited and a little happy. As that is when you start walking forward and you can see it. A log cabin built up, and you can see this warm glow peeking through the logs and the wood through it. Beautiful glass that has clearly been made by the hands of these people. And from that, you can hear music chanting. You can hear stomping on the wood floors as they're singing their hearts out. And he opens the door and he goes, well, welcome. And the two of them open the doors, and light just hits all of you. Your faces warm for the first time in hours, as you can see that in the center of the room, there are pews along the side, but in the center, there is a large bonfire that is burning on the inside as smoke is pillowing up to the very top. It is exiting out of it. And at the top, you see a man with scraggly beard and large antlers sticking out above. And he is just walking around with a book in his hands, and he is feeling righteous as he is walking back and forth from it as they are singing. And you every once in a while you hear a hip and a howl. Woo! Yeah. And he's just moving back and forth, and he is feeling it. He goes, all right, simmer down. And as he looks out, he sees the four of you. We have guests among us tonight. Welcome, join us. It is one of the most beautiful and sacred nights, and we open our doors like our good Lord did unto the others. We open the door and welcome you into our homes. We feed you. We will put clothes upon your backs, and we will teach you the words. And those words are welcome. And he opens his arms out, and he looks out, and everyone starts circling all of you.
Oh, great.
And that's where we're going to take our break for the evening. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. See y'all soon. This time around, it was my fault that we talked about inappropriate things. I am not afraid to admit these things. So there. Before we get in, I would like to remind everyone we do have the donations going on that goes directly to the cast. If you want to toss a coin to your Twitcher, you can just type in !
Oh
coin.
my god.
Also, I wanted to be the first person to give a hint at what we're going to be giving away next month, because fuck it. We are going to be giving away 3 deck of stories. So the first deck of stories that we're going to be giving is the NPC Pack, which is a deck of NPCs that you can that are pre-generated stories that are just cards that you can just pull from and have a bunch of information. So as a GM, you can be like, oh, I need to pull up an NPC. Okay, here they are. So we've got that one. The next one is a deck of story gear. So this is just equipment and stuff that you can pull from. The last one, the one that I think Valkyrie is going to love the most, which is the deck of stories Hell.
Oh, I love hell. I have a condo there.
Yeah, I very much like these.
Love that. The packaging is beautiful.
Yes, I mean it's very much like like the difference between this and like Magic the Gathering is they actually have a little rip tie at the top, so it's not a pain to open. So it's not like it's going to damage the cards if you do something wrong.
It's easy access, if you will.
That time it wasn't me. Anyways, look, I'm okay that I got everyone in the mood of love when I brought up the preacher. So we head back. just Cat's face is the best.
I'm still also like
We define love differently.
We head back to the warmth of the light of the Lord upon all of you. as they move closer and closer, surrounding all of you. They are hymning and loving, and you can see that some of them are starting to speak tongues in your direction. And they all start speaking in tongues, and they're just so excited and proud. And what you were told beforehand is in fact true. This is a room of brethren, men from a young age all the way to the elderly, all here, singing, chanting, excited. You know, well, maybe not all of you know this, but you know when you go to a nightclub or you go to like a public place, and there's just that dude that's just a little closer to you than you want. Not not doing anything inappropriate, but they're just you're just not feeling right about it, right? That is the feeling that all of you get as they move closer to you. No one grabbing at you, no one touching you, just a little too close to you.
And we're just making pleasantries, just very casual, like, yes, hi, hello, pleasure to meet you. And kind of just trying to wade their way through the crowd.
Mara's using her tail as crowd control. This is her literal nightmare, a room full of men. Like, God.
I think Lenny just tries to make herself look as big, and like if anybody comes near, she kind of like hits them a little bit too aggressively, but
Getting that
isn't
roller
like an
dirty
actual
check?
hit. Just it's a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
little check.
What about you?
Alma, who has this season been very, very open to the attention of certain men, just like squares the fuck up and is just like pushing past people. Just move.
Are you heading in a specific direction? I know Drek, you were the first to mention this, but like, are you
Yes.
heading up to the front or?
Anywhere that's empty.
Is there an away?
I'm probably going to be heading. The person who God, what's his name? Brother what? The person who first found us.
Brother John.
Brother John. I'm just gonna be like making my way to Brother John's. Once I reach him, tap him on the shoulder, and just say, "I appreciate the warm welcome, but I've been traveling for quite a while, and I would love a place to a quiet place to rest."
Oh, absolutely. Give me. Do you mind just staying here for just one moment?
Yes, of course.
I'll be right back. And he dips out the door real quickly. And it doesn't take long before he comes back. He goes, come on, let's head out.
Thank you.
And he ushers you out, and the cold air hits your skin once again. And he goes, there's some cabins. They've just been recently vacant. You all find sharing the same cabin for the evening. Is that all right?
Do you have a choice?
I mean, I can figure something out, but it might take me a little bit of time.
Same cabin will be fine.
Right, let's head on over. You move towards the cabin, and there's no place on this property that you do not hear the singing. And in the distance, and on the trees, and on the door, you all see the same symbol. It looks like a bow and an arrow, but the bow itself looks like it's made of antlers.
Do I recognize this symbol?
You can roll me a religion check if you would like.
Can
Could
I
I
roll occultism
Sure.
as well?
Could I use
Sorry, Jack.
Lawmaster?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, Drac.
You're good.
If you're talking, you're muted.
30.
I said, get that law, Drac.
You said 30?
Yeah.
I have 29.
Both of you are quickly able to realize that this is the symbol of Urstil, Erastil,
Erstal.
Urstil,
Urstil.
or Old Deadeye,
Erastil.
or Old Deadeye, as some refer to him as.
Deadeye.
A
Okay.
lawful good god of family, farming, hunting, and trade.
Trade?
Trade, as in like
Okay.
you're like
Yeah.
bartering, trading. He is a human with the head of a reindeer.
And we saw a deer jump in front of us, right?
Mhm.
Earlier. Okay.
And all of these people also have horns coming out of their head, reindeer horns.
Oh, other question. Is it like growing out of their heads? Okay.
Sick.
And that's not like a normal, like we don't know a race that has antler horns. Is that like that's not a normal thing?
You're not sure.
Okay.
You've never ever seen that. You know that Urstil's enemy. So I'll give you. So with the 30 and a 29, you both get quite a bit of information. So his realm is Summerland. His allies are Abadar, and a few others. His enemy is Urgathoa.
Yeah.
He has a wife, a son, and a daughter. His temples are wooden log houses or halls that also double as assembly places for people in a community. His worshippers are farmers, hunters, rangers, settlers, shapeshifters, traders, trappers. His sacred animal is a stag. His sacred colors are brown and green. And his main domain is duty.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not as funny if you're not American, Cat. Don't give us that face. We say duty.
I will also
Beady.
I will also give you a saying that followers have, as I have given you in the past. The one that I will give you is never trust a fool. Erstil's followers often include adventurers in their definition is of fools. But the saying serves as a reminder not to listen to somebody, no to have a silly or dangerous idea.
Okay. Okay, so there's a chance that they may see us as fools, because I feel like we, at the very least, look like a typical adventuring party.
And Brother John reaches the door and he goes, this is the recent vacant cabin. Feel free to stay here for the evening. We will come by. Let's see. And he looks up at the sky and goes, we should be back maybe half past, and we'll be back with some food that we ourselves harvested here. You all, I promised you warm food, and I will not deny you that.
Thank you, Brother John.
Have a wonderful evening. I'll be back. And he
You too.
walks away.
The second I know that we're in the clear, I'm gonna like shoot a look at Emra. I'm so mad about before, but if this god, one of the followers is a shapeshifter, and the boy that we were with earlier, Mara showed me his body and it was gone. Do you think that could be connected?
I don't know. People have abilities that we don't even know about. I, until today, didn't realize people could grow horns out of their heads and not be tieflings themselves.
No.
Are you just having this conversation outside?
I think we went in.
So
I mean, that's what I assumed. I don't know.
So let me give you, before you continue this conversation, I imagine, let's just say you had this on the porch as you were about to walk in. As soon as you walk in, all of you get a chilling feeling in your body. And Alma, you feel it the most. It feels like any sort of bright light that you've ever seen or experienced or felt is being sucked away.
Okay. That's not helpful. Thick. And that's not helpful either. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll use my detect. No, because that's like illusions. That's not going to help me in this. Like something is
can.
being cast at it.
I would like
Okay.
to cast detect magic. It's one of my innate abilities.
I mean,
I
it's
think-
mine too, but I thought it was like. I guess it's just the presence of magic.
Yeah, I think that's specifically like if you're detecting illusion magic, that's an extra clause that extra info I think you can get from that.
That's
Other than that, just
identify
any.
magic, isn't it?
No.
No,
Detect magic. You
detect.
detect, yeah. So you can detect any kind of magic, but because of illusion magic, there's like extra stuff you might want to learn.
Yeah. All right. So
So it goes
we
away.
detected magic out here.
You detect magic and you feel necromantic magic.
Imra's eyes kind of switch. I think like they're usually kind of red, but I think they kind of switch to almost golden as he's kind of staring around, and then looks to the rest of them.
Something's not adding up.
Yes. I want to look around. Can I see any like symbols or runes on the doorway, on the walls, anything like that?
Roll me a perception. And as Imra is doing that, Mara, you feel something tug on your tail. Not a hard tug, just a boom, boom.
I whip around. Who the hell's touching my tail?
And as you quickly turn around, you see nothing but the bed up against the wall. And you can see that under the bed is just this thick black shadow.
I rolled a 22.
Like fun. Mara really likes the shadow. Fun shadow or shadow? Oh, that's not a good thing. Shadow.
Shadow as in there's something there blocking the light that you should naturally see there. Like it is unnatural shadow. Imra, with yours, you notice that there is things hanging. You see sage that had been burnt, tied on a rope, hanging. You see that there is some other. You see things that you would think you would see in Alma's room.
Okay. I gesture to one of the sages and turn to Alma. I'm not exactly versed in anything like this, but I wouldn't be surprised if these are the source of the feeling I'm getting. Do you know what any of this does?
Liv the player. I don't believe that's true. Jake, would that be true in this?
No, sage is used for
Yeah.
cleansing. This
Yeah,
that
I
is
was gonna
the
say.
opposite. That is the opposite. Both in
Yeah.
game and in RL.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But you never know. No. It should be doing the opposite thing, honestly. Can I go and inspect like all that stuff and
Sure.
see if it's like I don't know, like is it done properly? Like I don't know. Let me check
Sure.
and see if there's anything
Roll me
fucky
an
with it.
occult if you want, or anything that you think is pertinent to this situation. I'm curious though, what Mara is doing.
Yeah.
That was cocked.
So I would like to, considering that Lenny and me are the only ones not rocking around, and I've seen some interesting shit. I'm gonna like thwack Lenny gently with my tail on a leg and be like, "Hey, hey."
What?
There's something fucky under there. She's
I
gonna
mean-
crouch down.
Looks over to the bed.
You also see that that is unnaturally dark underneath the bed, and it's almost undulating.
Oh.
She casually walks over near the bed and kind of and like kicks her foot underneath the bed, like stretching out and just like kicks.
It just feels like air. Very cold, frigid air.
Fucking
Mara, as Lenny does this, you can
Huh.
see that as Lenny's foot goes in and kind of stretches and out, you can see the black shadow start to wrap around Lenny's leg.
Oh!
Slowly up
Nope.
Lenny's.
Pull,
I
pull, pull,
didn't
pull, pull, pull,
see
pull, 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 pull,
anything.
pull, pull, pull.
Lenny, you're getting goosebumps. Like it's not just like, oh, you can handle the cold. This is like to your bone.
Was I pulled away from it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are in my grasp.
And you can see almost like mist slowly slithering back underneath the bed.
Mara's gonna crouch down and look at it and be like, hello. Is this considering shadow is my vibe? Can I tell if this is something similar to what I can do, or if this is more like necromantic?
You look at it, and as you're inspecting, all of a sudden you start to see it shape into maybe it's matrixing. Maybe you're just imagining that it's a face, and it just and it jumps out at you, and it causes you to step back, and it just and all of you hear this unnatural
Followed by a very Mara, oh shit.
What was that?
Emma,
In the
that's your bed.
meantime, I got a 27.
So from what you can tell, all of the things that are in here were cleansing and were the necromantic magic is not these things that you found in here. These things
Yeah,
were
if anything,
to cleanse them. You can see that this is very spiritual. This, and not spiritual in the sense of what these people are, these almost evangelical esque people. This is hey, we are part of this land. We want to cleanse this. We want to be accepted in this territory. We want to be accepted here. And it looks like it was being used and had just stopped one day.
Reacting to Lenny's, this is your bed. Imran says, my bed? Is that
Hey,
where
John.
the scream came from?
Did anyone else actually see
In
the face, or was I the only one that saw
You're
it?
the only one that saw the face.
Okay, cool. We're
Everyone
in my
heard-
domain.
Everyone heard the scream.
It just makes a lot of weird noise, I think, and you don't really sleep that much probably anyways, so I feel like you could keep an eye on it.
No, thank you.
We need sleep. Well,
I want to do
Wasn't really an
something really
option.
stupid.
I don't think that we should stay here.
Get out!
Hi.
all right.
Case in point.
Got it.
And
They said recently vacated, right? Did they mention why?
No.
and as you all were you planning to leave? Were you all planning to leave?
Fuck no.
I
Was
will leave.
Lenny's ready to leave.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna go yell at
A
the front
man
desk.
village?
Actually,
No, thank
this
you.
but you
So-
can't have us stay in a haunted room.
So the
I'm not going to stay in the haunted room. I literally just want to sort of reach out with my shadow and see what happens.
So you all start walking, you're like, nah, F this, I'm out. And you actually see John, and John has a plate with 3 bowls, and you can see the steam rising above it, and he goes, oh hey, and the door slams, and you can see that it latches down and preventing you from leaving. The windows, literally the windows close with their storm things, and you can just feel just a heavy pull in this room.
This is the best haunted house I've ever
Oh,
been
then.
in. I would like to try and touch it with my shadows if possible. I would just want to see how it reacts.
As your like tendril shadows exit from your hand, you can see that the shadow moves up and across to the ceiling.
Huh? Mine.
Yes.
Up. What?
Wait, hers goes up.
Mine
or the other
goes
thing?
No, the shadow you were trying to touch.
So it avoids my. So maybe it's not my thing.
Imra kind of sighs and sits down on the ground.
Hey y'all, I guess y'all are busy in there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave these.
You know what? I'm going to wait. Let me read this spell really quick.
Are you gonna comprehend it though?
I don't know.
I've never seen
No,
the movie because I hate horror, but Cabin in the Woods vibes.
Oh,
In
not
In
exactly.
terms of we're in a cabin in the woods.
It's the only part that matches the movie, okay?
It's the only part that matches the movie.
I can't do horror.
No, that's fair. No, I don't think this lets me move through objects. I think I can only move through open space. So, never mind.
I mean, I could probably get the fuck out, but then you guys would be stuck.
And you don't fucking want to get out. You're having a blast. This is a ball.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. Alma just starts kicking the door.
Also,
From-
can I say I love Jason's "What if our shadows kissed" in the haunted house?
From the shadow's movement, does it seem like it's avoiding the sage and stuff that are hanging from the ceiling and all of that
No.
stuff?
No.
So just going straight through it. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, you actually see the sage start to swing as it goes past. It's interacting with the environment.
Okay. On the ground, I just want to like get the bag that I took from Michael and just like tip it upside down and just see what comes out.
Does it work like that?
You tip it over and you see a pair of socks, a shirt, an extra pair of pants, a photo of a woman that clearly was probably hand drawn by him that says "mom" on it.
Still doing it even after death, for God's sake.
Lenny, don't leave the photo alone.
Imra takes a photo. I want to cast Produce Flame to burn the photo.
Oh!
It's Mother's Day soon.
He's with her now. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm half hoping for something useful to come out of it, and also just emptying it because it'll be a very useful item to have.
Yeah, you see that the bag itself, it's not magical.
It's not magical. Is Mara and Mara, Lenny, and Alma still wearing the coats?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Like military
Okay.
pack.
I think he was just
Was
a
he
very
good at that?
like
was he the magic all along?
no.
Not
I think
anymore.
he was
Magic
just a
was
very
the friends we
capable
made along the
child.
way, guys.
I think he's just a very capable child.
Brag about
so
it.
when all y'all are ready, these bowls are just out here. I wouldn't leave them too long.
I'm interrupting whatever the fuck he is saying and banging on the door and going, "Why is this room recently vacant?"
I don't know if you can hear me in there, but we'll be by in the morning. Again, I wouldn't leave these out. Some critters might get it, and it'll get cold. And I'll be honest, it's not that good when it's cold. Good night.
Man, they're fucking useless. So I can't tell. Like, it's avoiding my kissy kiss from my shadow, which frankly, I'm offended. So it's not the same sort of shit that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, we're not in a good place. I think this might be something not okay.
And at that moment,
Necromancy, maybe.
the fire turns on in the fire pit.
Haunted house. Haunted house.
Hmm.
Can I try talking to the haunted house? This is just
Sure.
me getting really excited.
You can do whatever you
But he
want.
just goes and sits by the fire.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm really trying
thanks,
to figure out
bud.
this bag.
Cheers.
We can't leave. So does
Look.
anybody want to try to take that thing out, or
The ghost is just having a great time, showing us a bit of hospitality. This is me, not Mara, by the way.
okay?
Just pointing out.
I hate ghosts. Not Liv the player. Love a ghost.
Oh, we know you love a ghost too.
I live with ghosties.
Actually,
Well,
Mara,
not
Mara,
anymore.
Look,
Mara
we-
is gonna
we
go.
tolerate them, all right?
Ghost allies. So Mara's literally gonna go. Hello. Is that you doing that? Yeah, mood. I feel that. Do you want anything? You told us to leave, and then you sort of trapped us in here, and then turned on the fire.
And the shadow slowly starts moving down the wall to the corner of the room. And when it gets lower, you notice that it stops, like one end of it stops and the rest of it still continues. So it kind of gets longer. And until it's about 5'6" and it starts to shape like a person.
Oh, please don't be the kid. Please don't be the kid.
He was famously 5'10" or 5'11".
Yeah.
It,
Famous.
Probably the hag. I would be surprised.
it has a feminine features.
Sweet. Is it,
Hello.
is it gonna tell us what it wants?
And you can see as it starts to shape, or it looks like it's using everything, and you can see that the flame starts to weaken, and the shutters, like the tight hold that was on the shutters, you start to see them start to sway out, and the weight that you felt in the room starts to lighten as this thing starts to take shape of a woman, and she goes, "It wasn't safe."
What wasn't? Oh shit.
They're outside waiting for you. Did you see the fire?
Please don't tell me that's where they are.
Kind of died down.
The one in the church?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It is an internal flame that burns on our bones.
Knew it. Fuck it.
Yep.
Our? You said our bones. Who
And
exactly are you?
a hand reaches out and points at you, Imra. Those that are unnatural. And the hand waves around to each one of you. You would add to their flame their power, their domination.
How do we stop that then? I'm not particularly a fan of a bunch of weird men getting more powers than anyone else.
What if we just break out?
Yeah, frankly, I don't care what they do after us, but I just would like to not be part of the flames.
Yeah.
And it reaches out and goes, and it puts its hands towards you, Amara, and goes, and it puts its hand upright. I can show you.
Oh boy. I'm so tempted to do it.
Do it.
Yeah, fuck it. If this shit goes pear-shaped, I'd appreciate some saving. And she puts her hand in hers.
All of you see Mara stiffen as she looks up to the sky and her eyes roll to the back of her head. Mara, you hear a very familiar voice. Hey, it's been so long since I saw you.
What?
You turn around, and there he is.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. How? Where? What? How?
Hey, don't get your don't. Let's hold on. Let's take like 10 steps back.
Oh, did I fucking die?
No. I mean, I don't think so. But no, I am what is going to guide you through this little experience. I'm not. I apologize. I'm not actually real. It's just that I am a image that you would feel most comfortable showing you. So
Oh, that hurt. So hurtful, and then just stabbed in the heart again. So you're not him.
I'm the closest thing you're gonna get right now.
All right. Show me the way then. I'll take
And
what I can get.
he takes your hand, and the two of you walk through the wall. You can see your friends standing there frozen in time,
Oh, sweet.
and he walks you through the wall, and you're in the church, and you can see the father at the front with his arms opening out and flames surrounding him, and you can see that the flames in the center is in fact bone and ash, and it is literally just hundreds of bodies that have been used to feed this flame. And time starts to move forward as you stand there with Clokey, and you hear him, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers. Like I said on this eve, it is the start of what is to become. We're going to go up that mountain and kill that hag. And then once we do, nothing is going to stop us from killing and destroying every single fey creature that exists in that forest. If it wasn't for that filthy hag, our Lord's prophecy would have been upon us already. So tonight, we feast. We burn those pesky little outsiders. And then we go up that mountain and meet our destiny. And the flame bursts to the ceiling, and light flows through this church. And Mara, you're back. And you hear a voice one more time. He does think about you. And the hand pulls away, and the voice is Grog. You all hear the voice is different at first, as it has this. You see what they're here for. I was just like you. That's why I wanted you to run, but it was too late. They're surrounding. They're going to get you.
I'm not going to let that happen. Surely you can help us.
And you can see her eyes look down to the floorboards, and right underneath Lenny, you can see that there is a passageway. It's not everything, but it'll give you a head start.
Okay.
And the shadow moves back to the corner, its shape becoming no longer recognizable, and the shutters close again tight, and the flame heats up again, and it crawls underneath Lenny and goes through the cracks underneath Lenny.
I pull Lenny back to come off of it.
Whoa. What?
I'll explain when we get out of here, but we need to leave, and you're standing on our way out.
All right. And she just kind of gets on all fours and doesn't actually know which board it is. And she's like kind of like trying to grab whatever.
What's going on? Trust you. I mean,
So-
every place we've ever been a guest always tries to kill us or something. So
I mean, we kind of try to kill a lot of people too.
Yeah,
I get it.
fair, but these
Yeah.
guys are a new kind of asshole. I'll talk while we're moving, and can I say where the shadow is trying to lift up?
Yeah, you there. In fact, it easily pulls up, and
Cool.
underneath there looks to be what seems to be a like. It's usually traditionally used as just like a cold storage because it's close to the ground and there's like a gap. So it's there, but you can see that there's like enough space underneath there to crawl.
Cool. Everyone, in, go, keep moving.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, I go.
You all climb underneath, and Mara, you're the last one, and the shape itself is it. You can hear the voice again going, "You'll see him again."
Oh, Jake.
And Mara, you head underneath, and
I put it back on top where it was.
you can see that there is a small pathway to the back of the house and a small screen that you can push out and exit for. Who's in the front? This is the very important question.
Who
I'm
has enough brute strength?
Well, I'm assuming it's Lenny because she was right there.
Just shoved her in.
Yeah, like it opened. She was like, "All right."
Would Mara have warned us about like us being surrounded?
I think she's a bit emotional, so I forgot that bit, but she would have let you know.
Lenny, please
Okay.
roll a perception check as you get to the thing. And what were you going to say, Liv?
Oh, since if Alma knows that we are being surrounded and people are coming after us, and Lenny's up in front, she would cast Forbidding Ward on Lenny. So you ward an ally against the attacks and hostile spells of a target enemy. The target ally gets a +1 status bonus to armor class and saving throws against the enemy attacks, spells, and other effects. So
The perception roll was a 26.
You hear multiple people walking around the house. At least 3.
She's gonna try. I don't know how small this is, but she's gonna try to reach her hand back and like kind of like palm up and point upwards and just do the number 3, but like non-verbally, just making these motions to whoever's behind her.
I think Imra would be behind her. So the screen that you at least originally planned on going through, can we see through it? Can we see what's on the other
Yeah,
side?
it's just like think of it as like a front door screen, right? It's
Okay.
You can see through it. It's meant to allow air through, but not critters.
Yeah. Yeah. And we can just see like the snowy landscape outside. Okay. Do we see any feet like walking past as well?
No, but you can definitely hear the crunching of the
Okay.
through the snow.
I'm going to point at let me see. I'm meant to read the spell. I think you can just do one person. I want to cast message. So I want to point at Alma and just say, seems like we are currently surrounded, but I could probably create a distraction to draw people away from this screen at the very least. Best we could do after that is run.
Can I message back to you?
Yes, you can respond.
You're not going to be fucking yourself over if you do that, right?
You've traveled with me for a very long time. I'm not going to put myself in danger for any of you. No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I'm gonna like look without pushing past the screen. I'm gonna look out as far as I can, and I would like to cast spiritual weapon and just summon a spiritual weapon like in the. Actually, before I do that, actually, is there like woodlands around us? I know we're in a forest, but I don't know how much wood.
Yeah.
So a mist of trees like as far as I can. So basically, maximum of 120 feet from here. I want to cast spiritual weapon and just have my weapon slash and make noise by hitting trees and sticks and branches out there.
I'm going to need you to tell me what your spell casting DC is.
Casting DC, 21.
Imra, what level spell is spiritual weapon?
I would have just casted it. It's level 2.
Okay. Imra, as you start to cast this, you get an excruciating pain.
Shit.
Please take 16 points of damage as you are you can roll an arcana to understand what's going on if you would like.
Yes, I definitely would like that. Arcana 27.
They have some sort of ability, and they have not only countered your spell, but you have taken mental damage from it.
Okay.
And you hear,
Interesting.
brethren, they are here and they are aware of us. Just come out and play. We're already got you surrounded. No reason to make this suffering upon you any worse than it actually is.
Can the shadow friend still hear me, considering we're technically under the house?
Yes, they went under the house as well.
Fuck yeah. I want to sort of grab its attention somehow.
Sure.
How would we do that to a shadow friend? And sort of like whisper to it, I can move myself through shadow and get myself far away from here, but I cannot do it to multiple people. Would you be able to help me with that?
And you hear the soft-spoken voice. I can't do much outside of this house. My soul is tethered to it.
Bigot. Damn it. That's all right.
I mean, if you want us to find and hunt you down, you can. I also know that you're getting outside help. But it's bound to be a time that my righteous words pierce through this black, evil energy that you have brought upon my kingdom. And you hear from multiple, that's right, Father, get him! You were all sitting quietly underneath the house. Imra, you all can see that Imra at least was momentarily in pain.
Imra.
Can I ask the shadow? Sorry.
No, go on.
Can I ask the shadow another question?
Yeah.
So I noticed that Imra got hurt while trying to cast something. Yes, no. Am I too far down the line?
No. I mean, I imagine Emma was like, ah, fuck. You know, like.
Yeah. So I ask it. There's something here that stops us from casting, isn't there?
Their magic stops others' magic.
How far away from the house do we have to be to actually be able to cast?
30 feet from him.
The big antler guy, right?
And all of a sudden you can feel a hand grab your face and look towards the shadow, and it says, "He poisons your mind with words."
Oh, shit. Okay. So Mara is going to try and be very quiet so that no one except the other three can hear. And sort of whisper through. You guys know the creepy antler guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that's stopping us from doing anything. We need to get 30 feet away from him, so we need to run.
I can do that. I can do that easily.
Okay.
If I go by myself, I can do that, and then I
But-
can cast something.
She grabs who's just in front of me. Who went third last?
Me.
Okay, cool. So I was thinking so. So I grab your like ankle a bit and just go. But you remember how the fucky shit was happening? Apparently, he can poison minds. So
That explains.
anything that we say to each other may or may not be what we're saying to each other. So we need to get what we're going to do straight right now.
I have an ability to move far enough away very quickly. Nobody would be able to catch me. And then once I'm far, you said 30 feet?
30.
I have a spell that I can use from that distance. Well, I have a couple of spells, but you know what I mean.
I think mine could actually get me 30 feet away, couldn't it, Jake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So I can do the same thing. So we have 2 spells to take out more people. But the big antler guy is the one we want to take out.
We could try to take him out, and then once he's out, and I turn to like Emma and Lenny, you two pop out, and we make a run for it.
It's better than no plan. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen. You remember how we were not really fighting, but
More than
arguing
usual.
back there. More than usual, yeah. If you hear any of us say something just to get a rise out of you, that's not what we're saying. We can't let him stop us from moving away from his grasp. So just keep going. Okay?
Imran
Okay.
doesn't reply. He just turns around and looks back ahead to the screen.
Oh, what an asshole. Cool.
You
So,
think they'll chase us?
Hmm?
You think they'll chase us?
oh,
Probably.
100%. They want power to fuck up the witch on the mountain. Of course
Excuse
they'll
me?
chase us. Yeah, you see why we need to get out of here? You
Yeah.
want back in with your sisters.
Let's-
Like I say this low enough just for to hear. You want back in good with your sisters. Figure helping one of them, not be murdered might be a start.
I don't think she's my sister. Not all witches are sisters. It's a generalization.
Get the fuck out of here with your shit. I told you found family is more important sometimes.
True. And I'm gonna like wiggle to the front because I don't think I can do this unless I'm like physically on the other side of this door. So
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Imran will move out of the
Alma,
way.
who's starting? Alma?
yeah, I will slip out, and the second that I'm out, I'm going to cast Time Jump.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. So you leap forward a few seconds in time, appearing across the battlefield in the blink of an eye. You gain 2 actions, each which must be used for leap, stride, step, or stand. Anyway, while you take these actions, time pauses. All other creatures are completely unaware of your actions, can't speak, and can't use any actions that would be triggered by your movement. While you're taking these actions, I also can't do anything. Once the action is complete, time starts again, and to onlookers, you seem to have suddenly teleported across the distance you traveled. Leaping through time is disorienting, so if you use time jump again within 1 minute, I become stupefied for 4 to 1 minutes.
Wow.
Or stupefied for 1 minute.
Yeah,
Stupefied
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really cool spell.
It is
Thank
a-
you.
How many actions does it take to cast?
1.
Ooh.
Look at you.
That's really good.
Mhm.
So, Alma, you push it open and you get out and you're looking around and you can see that there are just deer walking around.
Not this.
And you pick a direction, I assume,
Yes.
and you cast the spell and you move at your full distance twice
Mhm.
in one direction. So what's your land speed? 25 feet?
Yep.
You move 50 feet away from the house.
Mhm.
Oh,
And you get to
While I'm moving, I'm definitely trying to see if I can find this dude. Like I'm looking around, you know?
yeah, so you can at first you don't see him, but when you get to your final destination, turn around, you can see that he is on the house.
Okay. Then as soon as I'm done, because that was only one,
Correct.
I'm going to turn, hold out my hand, and I'm going to cast spiritual weapon directly on him because that has a range of 120 feet.
Nice. And I believe you get to attack once with it once you cast it.
Yes. Okay, you're calling my name. I'm going to roll you. Okay, not bad. So that's going to be a 27 to hit.
A 27 meets, it beats.
Yes.
whew.
And that's going to be only 7 points of damage, but it's there. It's established. She's hanging out.
Okay.
27.
27. So now we know that number.
I'm not gonna roll that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You will roll this.
Thank you. I'm feeling the love. Thank you.
Yeah.
That brings us to Mara.
Okay. I really hope these guys can get out of here. I'm sorry. I am going to use my special ability
Mhm.
and
You're in
Go-
a forest at night. There are more than enough shadows for you to teleport.
I
through.
figured. It's like, where do I go? What choice? Cool. So I saw vaguely where Alma fucking zip zoomed, so I'm going to go in the exact same direction because safety in numbers.
Yeah, you can literally pull out right behind her if you'd like.
I'm gonna do that. And just also be like, it's just me. Before she hurts me.
And when you
And
pull out of the shadow, you can see the father is on top of it, and there's a spirit. What does your spiritual weapon look like? What kind of weapon is it, by the way?
So I think right now it is a dagger,
So,
but
so
one
you,
day it could be my deity's favorite weapon.
so you literally see a ghostly dagger, literally just like kind of like moving around, trying to hit him as he's just standing there, accepting like this dagger upon him.
it's cool as shit.
Thank you.
How many part of my turn did that take up to move?
So that is 2 actions, and that's
Thought so.
including your movement. So you've got 1
Yeah.
action left.
All of my cantrips and spells. Oh, bar 1. But I think is that touch? Yeah. And it's focus too. They're all 2 actions. I think I'm just gonna keep an eye out around us.
Mhm.
And also to see if there is anything I can do to help the other two get out of there.
All right. Which of you two would like to go next, Lenny or Imra?
Well, I have a question first. If you just use all 3 actions to run, is that like a check or anything, or it just does it?
You just use all 3 of your actions to move.
Okay. I'll turn to Lenny. Would you like to go, or shall I?
I think I'm gonna start a fire. So
Would you like help with that?
well, I got this coat, and I got, fire.
Yeah,
If you'd
so
like
do
that.
I.
Yeah. So, you probably need to run. Unless you
hold
want to fire, we can start multiple fires.
Honestly, the faster this burns, the better.
She tries to rip the coat in two and give him half of it.
I grab it. So when you said the bag was not magical, it's legitimately just not magical. It's a normal bag.
Correct.
Okay. I probably tossed the bag as well to be an extra fire source. And I will cast Produce Flame on that bag and just let it catch fire and spread.
As you cast it, you see on the bottom of the bag, you see
no.
hands stitched.
No.
You see love from mom.
Oh, for God's sake!
I aim for the name Mom specifically so it burns first. Actually, no. I think
the cycle's
I have my
complete.
stuff with me. I think I have my because I just remembered I wouldn't want to cast another spell while still inside this range. So I'll use a flint and steel. I have flint and steel, so I'll just use that to catch the bag on fire. And then I'll use that probably takes 2 actions. I'll use the last action to run.
Okay. All right. So your movement speed is what, 25 feet?
30.
30? Cool. You move 30 feet. What about you, Lenny?
Yeah, she's gonna I guess try to put the coat elsewhere where his fire didn't start or their fire didn't start. Just to start, multiple places. Cast Produce Flame and then run.
Ooh, can you cast?
It's 2.
No. As in, can you cast without receiving damage?
Oh.
I think so, because as long as we're not attacking him. I cast a spell, but it wasn't an attack spell.
You were outside of
the house.
30-foot range.
You used time jump though. Was that not a spell?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have enough health to get away with this? That's my question.
I think if anyone has enough health, it's probably Lenny.
Lenny, yeah.
Yeah, I think Lenny has
I have some health right now. I also have the guarded spell, and we may or may not be in dim light / shadows, which pluses that up too.
Oh, you want shadows, baby? I can give you shadows.
We're in kind of dim light, so
you're in dim light now because of the fire. You were in darkness before. Now
yeah.
Fire,
but dim light still counts. Dim light or darkness.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So you cast the spell and you do not have any ill effects.
Cool. Start a fire, run. Arson.
Attack spells, baby. That's what I'm saying.
If you were to guess, you would assume that it's probably a reactionary spell, which you only get 1 per
round. Yeah.
And anyways, what's your movement speed, Lenny?
Only 25.
Shit.
So you're at 25 feet. You are 5 feet from Imra, and it is their turn. And you hear him. He goes, "Oh, the spawns of I'm sorry." The spawns of the devil themselves have shown their faces. You know what to do, boys. Get 'em! And sure enough, that hurts my throat when I did that.
It was real good. It was impressive.
The deer run forward, and they're going to try and buck both Lenny and Imra.
Shit.
Okay.
So they have an antler attack. We're going to use the first antler attack on Imra. Does I can guarantee a 32 hits.
Yes, that's a crit.
Okay.
32.
I rolled a 17. And I rolled really well. 15 plus 7 is
I'm down.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because of the vampire traits, I have less HP as well.
Oh, oh my
All of a
god.
sudden, you see Imra be punctured with these antlers and lifted up into the air and dropped down. The next one is going to go after Lenny.
That's
Was
not
that
looking
piercing
too
damage
bad,
or slashing?
Yes,
Or
is piercing.
before I go down, can I use Blood Vendetta?
Technically, it's magical.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Never mind then.
Shite.
Boo, tomato, tomato.
How do vampires heal again?
Eating people.
Negative energy.
So
20
say you go.
29 to hit Lenny.
It does hit.
A normal or a crit?
It's normal.
Oh, no, I did the right thing. Never mind. They have two attacks. They have a fist attack and an antler attack, and I read the fist attack, and I was like, oh, it's only 2d4. My bad. And it's actually 2d8 plus 7.
No.
So that is going to be 20 points of damage, and you are knocked down. So you all see Lenny get hit and fall on her ass. And we're going to go to the top of the round, which leaves us to Alma.
Okay, so really quick, because, different spiritual weapons, and I don't know what is... I can't tell if this is a concentration spell. I don't see anything of noting it, but...
You need to spend one action each round to continue keeping it up, but you also get an attack with it.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. That's great. That's fantastic. Okay.
Also, chat has donated enough money for you all to have a deadly D10. So,
Oh my god, bless you, chat.
Hell yes. Okay, how far away are the deer and all of this that's happening?
they're at 30 feet. You're at 50 feet. So they're 20 feet away.
Y'all couldn't be a little bit closer? God damn. Okay. Oh, so wait, no, they're 20 feet away?
Yes.
Oh, this is perfect. Oh, hell yes. See, I am once again out here beating the allegations that I cannot read nor comprehend. Okay, let's go.
You were the one that said you couldn't comprehend. Don't put that on me.
It was alleged. It was, okay, so I'm going to sustain my spiritual weapon and...
So it gets to attack again. So go ahead and roll your attack.
Wait, is this a good idea? Do we think this is a good idea? This is gonna fucking bite me in the ass, huh?
I mean, sustaining a spell is a single action, so I mean, it's.
Oh no, I'm talking about attacking this dude.
Oh well, you that's for free. I mean, you sustain it, and you get the attack no matter what. Like,
Jake, you're trying to bait me. You're trying to bait me into triggering this man's reaction. I can feel it in my bones.
Can
But
Mara see that she's being indecisive about
I'm
this?
no. I'm gonna do it. This is me.
I'm gonna remind you of two things. One, it's a 30-foot range. You're 50 feet away from him.
Okay, thank you.
Sustaining a spell is not casting a spell. So
okay, cool, perfect, awesome, love it. Okay, awesome. Yes, 10 out of 10. We'll sustain it and we'll attack him one more time. That is cocked. I'm gonna re-roll that. Okay, cool. That is 29. So
29 hits.
Yes, cool. And then that's gonna be That's going to be 11 points of damage.
Nice.
We're chipping away. We're chipping away, baby. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to use 2 more actions to cast Concordant Choir. It has a range
Nice.
of 30 feet. And if I use somatic and verbal components, it will do 2d4 sonic damage to all creatures in a 10-foot radius. 10-foot burst. 10-foot burst.
And where would you like to place that burst?
Oh god. In a place that would hit some of the deer that are like rushing towards.
I would say you could hit 2 of the 2 deer that attacked, one that attacked Lenny and one that attacked Immer without hitting any of your allies.
Okay, perfect. Let's do that then. And then I'm going to need a fortitude save, a basic fortitude.
Okay.
I feel like these guys are really hardy.
First one is 23.
Give me 1 sec. Okay.
One is a 22.
My DC is 21. Boo. Okay, yeah.
Is it?
Wait. Yeah, that's what my thing is saying.
You're trained,
My DC.
right? So
Yeah.
you're level 6, right? Wait, 5. So 5.
Don't do that to me.
5 plus 2, because you're trained, you get a +2, so that's 7. Plus what's plus your modify. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
It's
So
okay.
a basic, if they succeed, none of them are a critical. They're just so they take half damage.
Okay, cool. Then I'll still roll 2d4 then.
I miss level 6.
We're almost there, bestie. We're, every day we're growing. And we're getting closer and closer. Okay.
Only one of you has truly tasted level 6.
Okay, that's only 4 points. I rolled a 4, so that's 2 points of damage. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing my best.
Hey, honey,
So
at least you're
steady.
hitting this man's.
That brings us to that, because that's the end of your turn. That's gonna bring us to Mara.
If one were to attempt to heal a vampire with negative magic when they are downed, would it work?
It's like using heal on a normal person.
You have to use, I think is it all negative energy or is it just specific spells?
So like harm spell would work instead of heal. Like there's harm, heal.
So, being the lovely shadow bitch that I am, I have Grim Tendrils, which is negative necromancy. And it's the 30-foot range. And I can do it from here.
Let me look.
Do you want me to read it out to you?
No, I got it right here. I literally, for some reason, I've apparently searched those words before. Weird.
I think you just play this game a lot. I think you just play this game a lot. I think most of us have Grim Tendrils because I have it too.
You deal 2d4 negative damage. It would in fact heal Imra if you attacked Imra specifically.
Am I able to? Is there like if I go just for Imra, would it be like better for me to be able to actually hit them rather than me also trying to get anybody else that is within a straight line to Imra?
So it's just a line, so it doesn't change whether or not, like, for example, if you spend one action to move and hit the other one, you would still hit both of them. Does that make sense?
Fantastic. So how do I need to be able to get other beings in as well as hitting Imra?
I will say that if you use one action to move, you can move 10 feet over and hit one of the deer and Imra.
Okay, so move, just clarifying, not forward, sideways.
Yep.
Beautiful. I would like to do that. Please don't fail me now. Fuck. No, these are evil dice. Shit, that's botched. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Okay.
Mm.
That's a big enough number that I need a calculator. This is good. 20.
Wow.
One second,
So there's some
five.
good. What level did you cast this at?
Level 1, because I only have level 1.
So Grim Tendrils only does 2d4 damage.
And 1 persistent bleed damage to living creatures in the line.
So how'd you do 20?
Oh no, as in to hit.
Oh, it's actually
20.
It's actually a fort save on their end.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
If I'm unconscious, do I still roll a fort save, or is that?
No, you
Nope.
can also just accept the. You can
Oh
just,
yeah, I'm just gonna accept it.
Just take it, man.
So the one deer rolled a 30.
And that is against
Your spell class DC.
yeah,
Mhm.
that saves that. That's fine.
Is it
like
a critical success or a success?
My DC is 16 for spellcasting.
So then it's a critical success. So okay, so they are unaffected.
Yep.
You're gonna do 2d4 to Imra though.
Cool. Oh Jesus, I don't actually have any D4 out. Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm verklempt.
One day I'll use my astrology feat.
6.
Imra, you wake up with 6 hit points.
You're welcome.
But Imra, you are bleeding and you will take 1 damage each round.
Okay.
Better than being down.
It
What
just
that kind of looks like as well. I think like the tendrils kind of strike at Imra, and then the bandages around his arms kind of. I guess the best I can explain it is you start seeing the mouse underneath the bandages start like chewing and biting and shredding at the bandages, and basically like slurping up as much of the tentacles as they can, like fucking noodles.
Oh, don't slap up my tendrils. Those are mine.
And then you just see Imra's eyes roll forward from the back of his head. Yes, I'm taking 1 each turn. You said, right?
correct.
Okay.
The best I can do without touching.
Imra, it is your turn.
I think he's kind of like on the ground, and then he's gonna stand up.
That's 1 action.
That's 1 action, and if he can, I'd like to. Am I surrounded by like? Are there 2 deer within melee range of me, or just the one that hit me?
There is 2 within melee range, and Lenny is on the ground behind you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Is it like a disengage action? How does that work?
You could just run.
Okay, I'll just run.
Okay, spend your next 2 actions running. So if you're moving,
Not 2 actions. I only want to use 1.
Oh, okay. So then you move 30 feet. I assume closer to Alma and Mara.
Yes.
So you would, with 30 feet, you would actually pass them by 10 feet.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And then I'm gonna tap myself, and I want to cast harm on myself at 3rd level,
There you go.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
Cool. Heal yourself up for however much that you do. That brings us to
Yeah.
Lenny.
So I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
How does the gladiator feat work again?
If people are there to watch you, you get bonuses.
And we're kind of in like a whole compound of people, right?
Correct.
Not everyone's fighting us.
I'm watching.
You know for a fact that there was at least 3 of them, and only 2 of them has attacked, and then there is the preacher up at the top. At the
Okay,
start
but
of
there's no.
combat encounters, if you have spectators, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your character level for 1 minute, and you roll performance for your initiative. So you would get an additional 5 hit points.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, this is stupid. Okay. Lenny is on the
Yeah.
ground and like super pissed. She's been knocked down and is like hurt, and her eyes just go all clouded and dark, and she loses half of her hit points besides the
Yes.
temporary six now because I'm level 6.
Mm-hmm.
And goes to, I mean, I'm currently prone. Is there a way for me to
You could just attack from the ground.
Yo.
Deer famously
Well.
tiny thin ankles, weak ankles. Get
Oh
'em.
yeah, no. We are going for
Just do the disembowel over you.
I think from the ground, if she sees them standing, she's going to grab her switch scythe and go for their like the deer equivalent. Well, like they have like human legs. She's going for Achilles. And so she's going to bring her switch scythe out and try to one also take them down, but like cut through their
Mhm, mhm.
Achilles.
Roll the attack.
Where's the dice?
For the audience, everyone sees Lenny, like their eyes change, and you all see from Lenny's perspective these deer creatures. Instead of deer, you literally see the body of a deer with the head of Lenny's father, with antlers poking out. As Lenny takes her switch scythe out to swing and attack.
And that is a 30.
A 30 is a success. You hit.
Cool. And that is gonna be 8 damage. And
Okay.
she's trying to like sweep them out, but I don't know how that works out.
Yeah, you hit it, and it does not, it doesn't sweep them out, but you definitely cut into its legs, and it just like looks at you and goes, useless.
All right. And how does an actual action? I have the spells down, but is that just one action there?
One action.
Cool. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and I don't know how you want me to roll this, but with it kind of caught on its leg, she's just gonna try to pull it.
So
And
that's a trip attempt. So to do that, what you're gonna roll is you're gonna roll an athletics check.
okay, perfect. Come on, baby. All right, that is 23.
You literally see this thing whoop and fall back on its back, and it is now on the ground with you.
Cool. And she's gonna grapple it.
Okay. That's going to be another athletics.
That's fine. I mean, at this point, she's just raging, so I'm not sure her brain is in the right space to try to get away.
In all
And that's-
fairness, I did say not to listen to anything we said,
Yeah.
not anything that disembodied fucking dad head
Exactly.
said. So
And we're at 23 again for athletics.
You
think that's
grab
close.
around it. All of you see Lenny literally like, "Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah!" and like,
She's curly on this deer guy.
that is the end of Lenny's turn. And the one that's in your arms shape changes back into a human. You're still holding on to him, but he's
I
no
was gonna say, would that be a little bit easier to grab him?
Oh, you're still holding on. There's no change.
Yeah,
no
okay.
change. It's just now that he is in human form, and it is the guy that you all had met in the very beginning, the very gray-skinned, bearded man that was shorter, that had like the key around his neck, and he's
Your
like,
grip tightens a bit.
yeah, you're just holding on to him, and you hear it. You all hear it. It echoes and permeates from the trees themselves.
Oh.
And it sounds like the horns of God as it fills through everything. And he goes, and the father reaches his arms out once again. And he goes, it is time. The symbol is here. The notification of our righteousness is here. Trigger warning for anyone that has issues with suicide. The guy in Lenny's arm takes a dagger and brings it up to his own throat and slits his own throat. And the body goes limp in your arms as he kills himself. And the deer creature, or the deer, runs full speed into a tree, and you hear its neck just snap. And with that, Lenny, you feel the body get lighter, and the deer's body lifts up, and they start to levitate into the air, and you see them move into the sky. He goes, so it begins, and so it shall end. This is the beginning of all of your end. Run while you still can. And he turns and walks along the roof that is now, the building itself has caught fire completely that he is standing on, and the flames erupt around him, and you lose track of him. And the four of you are left in the forest alone as this horn sound dies away.
What the fuck?
If they were just gonna do that, then why did they capture us?
What the fuck?
I don't know. Nope.
Okay, this is fine.
Lenny is currently just laid out in the snow.
Mara's
Out of
gonna
my
call
blood.
out and just be like, Lenny, you okay?
She like kind of just like fully sits up, just like completely peels her torso off the ground and like rubs her eyes, and you just kind of see the shadows fade and her yellow eyes come back, and she goes back down. What the hell just happened?
Okay. Are you coming towards us? Or are you still sitting there? Do we need to drag you?
She's
Wait.
literally sitting and like staring, and like she looks like almost a little kid. Like she's rubbing her eyes, like just
Yeah.
sitting in the snow.
There's literally just a pool of blood right next to her.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like,
go-
She's probably kind of like, and she's just. Oh,
I'm gonna go
fuck.
over to Emra and check in on Emra.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I hold up my hand.
I
Wait, actually,
take
before
it.
I do that, let me double check something. Yeah. I take your hand.
If you're
and
gonna heal
I'm-
me, I'm at max now. I
Oh,
already
okay,
healed
then never
myself.
mind.
Yeah.
I slap your hand away. No.
I
Yeah, no, I
I just
cast
play the
harm-
slap game with you.
Yeah, no, I cast harm myself again and just heal myself up. Again, you just see necrotic energy seep into the mouth and the eyes on his arms.
Yep, I did.
Mara's gonna go to I almost said Cat, and I'm like, no, that's not right. To Lenny and help her up and just be like, before she like as she passes Imra, just be like, you're welcome, by the way. Also, don't let
Didn't
your
say thank you.
freaky arm mouths touch my tendrils again. That's fucking weird. And then goes and helps Lenny up off the ground.
Ugh.
You good now?
She's looking
She's looking rough.
a little bit rough. Yeah.
I'm really bad at medicine rolls. I don't think you want me to help you.
No, you're good. Just letting you know that she doesn't look like. Yeah, fun.
Imra just walks past Mara and heads to Lenny and just checks on them. You okay?
This is a trick.
Do you need me to help you or not? I can just leave.
If you can,
Yes, I can.
yes.
And he's gonna take his own bag of his back and just go, we probably should walk and do this though. I don't think we'll be left alone for very long. And I would like to do a medicine check and help them out.
DC 15.
Okay.
Imra the healer out here.
I feel like I'm probably like one of the people with the highest medicine. I need to know how to keep my food alive for long enough for them to be continuing.
I was about to say you're our lore master, so you're like pretty up there with skills.
25.
Yep. That's a critical success, so you double your healing.
Okay, what's the normal healing?
I think it's like 2d8.
2d8. Okay. I think I described it before. I don't know if I described it with Kat actually, but he's kind of like pulls out a bunch of like little vials, and so in his left hand, I believe, in the palm of it is an eyeball. I think it's like a green eyeball. He kind of like holds it above the little, I don't know, glass he has and squeezes, and you hear a pop as he just pops the eyeball and just green liquid spills into it. And it's
48,
and then
48 by the way.
48, and then and you heal.
Don't double, just 48.
Oh, just 48. Okay. 22 points of healing.
You just doubled what I was at. Let's go.
And Mara,
Okay.
in the shadows, you see the shape of the woman, and she just points in a direction.
I know she probably can't hear it, but like Mara just looks at where she's pointing and nods and goes, "Thank you."
And at that point, you see the shape disappear and is gone.
Are we all back in like a group huddle now?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mara sort of points in the direction that the shadow lady was pointing. We need to go that way. That is the witches up there with the hag.
Okay.
So, fun facts. While I was tripping balls with the shadow lady, saw the freaky antler dude talking about how they want to sacrifice a bunch of people to go kill the hag on the mountain. So,
We're not like done with them.
no. I know, I'm fucking exhausted as well.
Cool. Great. Do they still have hoof prints or whatever? There might be prints in the snow.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I have experienced tracker feet.
I think we want to get there before they get there, though. We don't want to follow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the two that you were tussling with levitated out. And the one that was the other one was on the roof, and you don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that building is on fire. So
That's fine.
but I think this is a great spot for us to end tonight's episode. Next week, we have a guest star. Haley from Party of Two will be joining us playing the Mountain Hag.
Yes.
So Haley will be joining us next week. We literally have a guest every single week between now and the finale. So a lot of really, really fun, interesting people are going to be joining us. I will announce their awesome names. So we have Haley next week. We have Blythe joining us, which Blythe was originally going to join us 2 weeks ago. They're going to join us the week after. Then Kiwi is going to be joining us on the 20th. Secret Nerd Podcast will be joining us on the 27th, and Sam DeLev will be joining us on the 3rd. So we have a lot of really fun, interesting things happening and coming up. So make sure to stick around. Thank you so much, everyone, for getting us to $55 tonight. That it like while it's not a ton of money, it definitely helps support these people coming and joining us. Again, one more time, if you want to support us, that's an option. Buying using our link, using QueueTimes when you buy at Die Hard Dice is helpful, and using the link that we posted for 1985 games. Does anyone want to say anything before we head out? 10-4.
I mean, I have a cool thing that I definitely want to talk about.
Yeah, do it.
On Tuesday, May 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be over on Table Story. We're starting a new campaign called Kingmakers. I'll be part of the cast there, and I'm very excited. We've got a character art, and I'm very excited for everyone to meet my character. He's fun.
Nice. Awesome. With that, we bid you all good night. Have a wonderful weekend, and deuces, my gooses.